What's up? What's up? So, how to generate high ticket clients directly from your content and actually start to convert people and create interest for your offers through your content. Now, this is especially powerful for you if you are creating content consistently with the efforts of generating clients from it. And I'm going to show you how to do quick fixes with your content and with your campaigns in order to convert clients, in order to get the I'm in DMs, and in order to wake up to those like pretty cool messages where people have said, tell you like, I've been watching your stuff for a while now, I'm ready to work with you. And let's dive right into it. So basically, this was inspired by a question that a client asked me, which is, I keep questioning myself, is it just time, just me waiting, doing things over and over again and building it up, or am I missing a key thing? So his question was basically saying that he's been posting content consistently, he's been showing up, he's been putting things out there, but even when he's been doing all of that, the results haven't been as much as he'd like them. Like the results haven't been showing up as much as he'd like them, especially from content. So, how to solve that? How to generate clients? I jumped with him on a one-on-one call and I gave him the solution. And actually, I'm going to give you a big part of the solution right now for free. So stick around and watch it. This is generally the persuasion framework that we follow in PCL. PCL is my program, Predictable Client Leaders. Cool. People need to learn from you, trust you, and like you before they're ready to buy. Okay? So, for people to learn from you, like you, and trust you, you need to tell them stories, you need to teach them, and you need to entertain them at the same time. By the way, I'm from a third world country, and if you haven't realized that from my accent, you're good. And then they're going to be ready to buy. What do they need to see when they're ready to buy? How does it work? So your offer, how does your offer work? Why should I listen? Logical urgency, proof, testimonials, case studies. Now, when we look at this, it's cool, it's nice, we understand it, but how will that help us generate more clients? Oops, my pen fell. So the first thing that you need to understand is that this part, learning, trusting, and liking, is where the content plays a role, is where the content takes place. Ready to buy is where the offer takes place. So many people put so much emphasis on the content to do the entire sales process for them, where in reality, the content is what drives people to the offer. That's pretty much all that it does. The content is what pre-preps and pre-sells people to the offer. So if your content isn't sending people to an offer or it isn't making offers in front of people, this is one of the very big reasons why your content doesn't generate clients, because it's cool to resonate with people. It's cool for people to message you and be like, oh, this is awesome. I like when you talked about this or that or this or that. It's cool, those comments where you see them like, I love this. This resonates so much. But all of that, like, all of that praise, I always like to say the same thing, and sorry if you're a bit offended, but all of that praise doesn't equal money. All of that praise doesn't equal fundamentally money. So we want money, and money happens through making offers. So the content should drive people towards offers. And if you look at our predictable client ecosystem. Now, basically, this is the ecosystem that I've developed after a decade of consulting businesses and after selling my own performance coaching company in 2020. And it took me a lot of time to develop what I'm going to share with you right now, because I didn't like the usual approach where people like spam, push, create, and all of that. I wanted a more seamless, easier process to generate clients. Now, if you look at the ecosystem in front of you here, content is the first thing that people get exposed to. The second thing that people get exposed to is lead converter assets, pretty much. So this is where we create lead magnets. This is where we create longer form assets, longer form YouTube videos, longer form case studies. This is where people get exposed to the bigger version of what we create. So you can think about it in this format. You can think about it in this format. So imagine there's a meal in front of you. The content is a taste. So it's like you're tasting. Maybe you're just smelling it, nothing more, nothing less. The lead converter is a big bite. So if people came into your world, they see your world and they see your content and they're like, I resonate with that. They have to move forward to the bigger thing, which is the processes, the systems, how you think, how you do the transformations, which in turn leads people to offers. This is not where people buy. This is not where people buy. This is not where people buy. People buy here. People buy here. People buy when they say to themselves, I like this person, I trust this person, I'm learning from this person, I am ready to move forward with this person, show me what you have. Now, the proof to that is that one day, January 2024, so basically last year, I signed 2 clients. I remember that very, very vividly because I signed them like 2 days consecutively. And both clients said the same thing. I'm trying not to curse, so it's taking me a lot of energy not to curse. I signed 2 clients, and both clients said the same thing. Arnold, I've been following you for a while, seeing your content, but I didn't reach out. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for reaching out. One of them stayed with me for 7 months, every month paying over $2,000. So the original offer was $4,000 per month to work with me. And then he continued in a community format. So it was like $2,500 approximately to continue working with me and all of that. I'm not going to go into those details. But this was just proof for you to show you that if you're putting so much emphasis on the content to first make people like you. So if you're putting all of the emphasis on the content to make people like you, to make people trust you, to make people learn from you, to make people ready to buy from you, to make people understand how to buy from you, if you're putting all of this emphasis on simple content, this is why, first things first, you're not selling through the content. Because what people need to see is that you understand your stuff, they need to understand your system, and then they will be ready to buy. And even when they are ready to buy, most people don't know how to sell people because they don't show them an offer. So my first big advice, huge advice, $1 million advice for you, even though I haven't made $1 million yet, like we're making good 6 figures, and this year we're planning to make 50K per month approximately. My big advice for you is one, go chase opportunities. So if you want your content to generate clients, first you're thinking in the wrong way fundamentally, because your content isn't what generates clients. Your content is what pre-preps your people to consume your offers and be like, this makes sense. Like working with this guy makes sense. Okay, this is what your content fundamentally does. Cool. This is the first part of it. The second part of it is in your content. I know maybe this is not what you were expecting to hear, but like I've built and sold a business from content. Okay. I run a 6-figure company right now from content. I change people's lives from content. And I am telling you this. I am telling you this. So the second path, the second part of it that a lot of people don't take into consideration too, that will help you actually generate clients from content, is that content, every piece of content, so content, videos, text, all of that, all of those things that you are creating. So let me zoom out a little bit. All of those things that you are creating, and let me, why did I put my face in front of you? Because like I thought that you were see my beauty and were like, I want to buy from this guy. Again, this is my broken humor, pretty much. All of that you're creating, you're putting so much emphasis on it. But here's the reality of the algorithm. If you understand the algorithm of any platform fundamentally, the algorithm shows the content that you create to a fraction of your audience. So a minuscule fraction of your audience. So let's say you have an audience of 3,000 followers. So 3K followers. Cool. The algorithm, when you post immediately, it shows your content to approximately 1 to 5% of your audience. to just get the engagement from your people. And if the engagement was pretty good, it keeps on showing it to more and more and more people and all of that. But this is not the game that we want to play. Like, we don't want to play the algorithm game, because that's a losing game fundamentally. And relying on the algorithm to make you money, that's pretty like, I hate that pretty much. So this should be an arrow. So basically, what happens is that you create this content. You spend so much time on creating this content. You study and analyze your target audience. You write something that resonates with them. You write all of that, and then you post it out. But what reality is, and what really happens, is that 1 to 5% of your audience, let's say 10% of your audience, see it. So you have 3,000 people. 10% of your audience saw it, or it's 300 people. Now, just stats. I'm gonna make a very logical argument here. Just simple, basic, boring stats. Okay, from 300 people that see it, just see it. How many people are gonna engage? Let's say another 30 people engage. So another 10% of the people that engage. Now, usually from the people that engage, how many people buy? How many people buy? 1%. 1% of people buy. Fundamental. So in reality, that's 0.3. That's why the content doesn't get sales. This is like the math of why content doesn't get sales by itself. Now, keep in mind, like in PCL, we have people who have 20,000 YouTube subscribers, 60,000 YouTube subscribers. Their algorithm is amazing. They get people seeing their content. They get people viewing their content. They get their content pushed out to a lot of people. But this is advanced level stuff. Okay, this is something that we teach in PCL fundamentally, but this is advanced level stuff. Here, I want to show you how anyone can fucking win. Anyone can win. I don't want to just teach advanced level stuff. So basically, you're relying on 0.3 of your audience to buy from you. Very nasty game. The odds are not in your favor. So this is why when I say, and when I tell people, go and chase opportunities, I mean it. Go and chase opportunities. So when you post content, or when you post something, rather than you being passive about it, like, okay, I posted it, and now we're gonna hope that people raise their hands. We're gonna hope that people buy. Go out. You have 3,000 people. If you created a piece of content that is by the way, this is not downplaying how much your content should resonate with people. Your content should be a masterpiece, resonating perfectly with your target audience. Go through my channel here if you're watching this on YouTube, or other trainings of mine, and you're going to see how to create content that resonates. This is not this type of training. So your content should resonate. Your content should make sense. Your content, when people read it, they should be like, this is something that I want. Okay? But rather than you being this person who relies on the algorithm, who waits for the algorithm to do the work for him, here's what I would suggest that you do. This is personally what I would suggest that you do. And this is not for the lighthearted people. This is for the people who actually want to go get after it. You have 3,000 people in here. So let me just remove that. So you have 3,000 friends. Cool. When you create a piece of content, when you create something powerful, rather than you waiting for people to see it, go out and create opportunities. Go out and get people to see it. Send it to people. Create a lead magnet out of it. Send it as an invite to people. You can be like, hey, I don't know. So for example, my name is Arnold. Like, hey, Arnold, what's up, man? Look, I just created a pretty good a piece of content around lead generation and client acquisition that solves point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know if you'd like access to it, and I'll send it over to you for free. So something like that. Go and create opportunities. Now, a lot of you will disregard that, and a lot of you will be like, I don't like messaging people. I don't like pushing people. I don't like whatever it is. Great. You don't like that. This is exactly how I got $16,000 cash collected January. That's for today. We're 14th of January. You can literally see it here. This is exactly how in 2024 I got a client who paid me over our working time together $11,600. I wish that I pulled those stats up. I wish, but like I don't script those videos, so I should start scripting. At least I could show you some social proof. This is exactly how I got another client that he's still in the program now. He is still in PCL right now. I got another client who has generated us $16,600 cash collected, and he still pays pretty much every month of working together. And I'm not going to keep on just flexing numbers and sharing numbers. You can even go to some of my social profiles. You'll see the stats, you'll see the screenshots. But this approach of us going and creating opportunities has served us really well, really well. So rather than you waiting for people to come into your world and being like this queen, I don't work. I just like I sit down and I get people to me. You go out there and you create those opportunities because opportunities are out there. Now, of course, this should happen and this should fundamentally take place after you have a good understanding of your audience, because if you have a good understanding of your audience you're going to be able to resonate with them. After you have a good offer, because your content is created out of the offer, so content, so this should happen there. Because if you invite me, for example, I am someone in your friend list, and you come in and tell me like, Arnold, I have a pretty amazing piece of content that shows you how to lose 2 kilograms in the next 3 days, I'm gonna slap you in the face, pretty much, because like this same message, I've seen it like is bazillion times, a trillion, quadrillion times, pretty much. Like I don't want to listen to that anymore. I don't want to listen to that anymore. So this is why you need to understand your audience very well, what they need, what they're looking for, their deepest desires. You need to have an offer that fulfills the gap that they have, and then you create content out of that. And now when you invite people to that, they're going to be like, okay, you speak my language, this makes sense to me, I would like that, I would like to move forward with that. So this is, my friend, how you can create content, or why generally your content isn't generating as many clients as you'd like it to generate. Actually, let me just do that and delete it. Isn't it faster? Because I want to give you a bit more value before I log off. I have a coaching call in like 10 minutes. So with that said, let's also delete that. So this is how, my friend, you're not waiting on people. Because if we go back here pretty quickly, what did we say in the beginning of this video? We said something pretty interesting, which is this is where the content plays. So this is the content play, but this is where the offer plays. So you, rather than waiting for people to see your content, and rather than you waiting for people to see your offer, you drive the offer in front of people. So I'm going to give you one key that if you stayed till now within the video, you're going to be the person who benefits, because this fucking made us a shit ton of money. And if you didn't watch, well, you're not seeing this even. We said that the offer is the thing that converts. Here's what I want you to do. You go to people who engaged. So you go to the people who engaged on your content. You go to the people who opted in. What happened? You go to the people who opted into the newsletter. Sorry again for my beautiful writing. You go to the people who took your lead magnets. You go to the people who you've had good convos with. You go to all of those people that kind of just came into your world, showed interest, and they're with you. They're with you and they are in your world. And you send them a offer invite. And you do that manually. And you send them an offer invite, and you do that manually. So let's say in your CRM, or if you don't have a CRM, I don't know what you're doing in your life, but let's say in your CRM or in your friends list or whatever it is, or in your newsletter, whatever it is, you have 300, or let's say you don't have even 300, you have 200 people. 200 people who over time showed interest. You send the offer to 200 people. And if the offer is on point, you should be getting a 10% at least interest. So 20 people showing interest. And from the 20 people showing interest, you could easily get 5 to 6 people within your mentorship and within your program, pretty much. If you don't do that, you're basically waiting and praying for the offer to showcase in front of people. You're basically waiting and praying for people to see your offer, and hopefully someone sees my offer, and hopefully someone raises his hand. When in reality, no business is built on hope. Zero businesses are built on hope. You don't spray and you don't pray and spray. My tongue twisted. You don't spray and pray. You don't post content and you sit down and pray. You actively go out there and create opportunities. So if someone has engaged with you, someone has showed interest, someone has raised their hand, someone opted into your lead magnet, your newsletter, whatever it is, go out there, send them a message, send them a quick offer invite, get them into your world, get people exposed to your offer more, get people exposed to your content, and mathematically, you should make more money. But waiting on zero point 0.3 or 0.2% of your audience to see your content and to raise their hands and to buy from you, this is a very bad mathematical bet. Extremely bad mathematical bet, in my opinion. Okay? So go and do that. Those are two quick strategies. And please, if you do them and you get the great results that those things promise, send back to me. Let me know. I would love to hear your wins and your feedback on that. And the next training, actually, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be posting a video around exactly how to create this content that resonates and the offer that resonates and how to make like a market message match that is proper. Cool.